All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Torno here from 7-Figure Business Consulting, and in this video I want to talk about how I find it absolutely hilarious how many online coaches, consultants, or agency owners are out there now making 10, 20, 30K a month trying to diversify their income. Because to be fully frank, it's stupid if at that level you want to diversify your income. You're literally sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. All right, so hear me out. It's quite provocative, I get it. I call you stupid, I get it. All right, I have the right to do so because you building your business, making 10, 20, 30K a month is literally the hard part. You've done that already. The hard part is over. It's much easier to scale from 20K a month to 100K a month than building something from scratch and get into a 10K a month. You have the proof of concept already. You can probably sell already. What you are selling is probably something that delivers a lot of value to your clients. Why are you stopping with it? Why are you now trying to invest in the next Dogecoin and just trying to diversify my income, you know? Like, you gotta have the passive revenue streams. Warren Buffett says you have to have 7 income streams of income. Yeah, but Warren Buffett is a billionaire and you're not. If you watch this video and you are a billionaire, give me a call. Look, what you have to realize is, like I said, it's much harder to go from 0 to 10K than from 10K to 100K. What happens though with you is you're stuck in the mindset of thinking, in order to make more, I have to work more. You have the belief that making or earning more money equals harder work or more work. But that's incorrect, right? That belief has gotten you where you are right now, and I've talked about this many times in previous videos before. But ultimately, you have to let go of that belief and you have to replace it with a new belief. And that is that getting from 20K or 10K to 100K actually has something to do with smart work, all right? So mindset, new mindset for you. To get to 100K a month has nothing to do with hard work, it has much more to do with smart work. On a task-based level, on an actual action-based level, that means for you, you have to basically standardize processes, you need to hire people, you need to start investing in ads, or you need to start doubling down on a specific lead source first. Because I'm gonna tell you 2 things. Number 1, each and any lead source that you have, whether that's LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, if you're making 10K a month from it, you can also scale that up to at least 50K a month, if not even 100K if your pricing is proper, all right? If you're doing follow-up and all that, easy. And the second thing is, what you have to realize is that your little 20K operation or 10K operation can indeed actually be scaled to 100K a month. People always think like, oh, in my niche that doesn't work, and my market is too small, or, you know, I work with my clients so closely and I cannot scale it, and I get it, and I love the fact every time somebody tells me I work with my clients very closely, I cannot get more clients, love it, great, sounds good though, isn't true. You have to realize that as well. I still work extremely closely with my clients, but I also have a team of 25 full-time employees. I don't even know, is it 25 now or is it 26? We'll have to count, okay, 25, it's apparently 25. I have a 25 people team that helps me get the goods up to my clients. Nonetheless, I work very closely with each and every one of my clients. And in fact, if you do this right, your clients will be infinitely happier than only working with you. On top of that, to just stay with us for a second, the more clients you're working with, the better you become at that, right? So while, for example, some competitor is working with their clients very closely and they only take on 8 clients a year, right? They get 8 clients experience a year. At the same time, I do this with hundreds of people a year. Ergo, I've seen your problems probably 100 times more than most other people. Ergo, I can fix them better and much more effectively, right? And that's exactly the same with your niche. So you have to realize, to get back to the point, you're sitting on a gold mine right now for a business that already has proof of concept, that is already working, and instead of you digging a little bit deeper, a couple feet deeper to strike that gold, you're happy with the little mini gold nuggets that you found along the way. And you're like, I am fine, this is great. And I'm looking in there with my X-ray vision, and I'm basically seeing, hey, right below your feet is a gold mine. You just have to keep digging a tiny little bit deeper. But what you're doing instead is you're taking these gold nuggets and you're now starting to invest it in stocks or in crypto or whatever. And there's a time and place for that. Don't get me wrong, right? I bought a bunch of crypto back in 2017, even though I don't agree with all the crypto kids that are yelling around Dogecoin is the future or whatnot. Bought a bunch of gold with excess liquidity. I've done all these things, but at the same time, the majority of the money that I'm making goes where? Into myself and my business. Because historically speaking, looking at the last decade, it has the much highest ROI. Because even the multiple six-figure sum that I invested in crypto back in 2017, yeah, I made a nice chunk of money on that, just passively, if you will. It pales in comparison with the ROI that I've had on myself and on my business by investing in myself and my business. So you have to realize that. If you want to have really good ROIs, most importantly though, you want to have an ROI that is completely and utterly in your control, then invest it back into your business. If you're making 10, 20K a month already, you've done the hard part. You've done the hard part, and it's actually easier to make 100K a month with a team, with paid advertising, with systems, than making 10, 20, 30K a month yourself. You want to make more revenue while at the same time doing less work, and even okay, maybe your profit margins are not going to be 100%, right? If your loan is probably 100%, might be only 80% or 70%, but the total amount of income for you is still higher. I'd always take 80% of profit margins as a coach or consultant or an agency of 100K than 100% profit margins of 20K. You see, because 80% of 100K is still 80K and 100% of 20K is still only 20K. Plus, on top of that, I work much less. Yes, you have more responsibility because now you have employees. Maybe you have a little bit of a bigger brand. Maybe you're a little bit more visible to your audience. But at the same time, you have less work, less worry, more automation. You can go on vacation. You have more time to spend with your family, your kids, your spouse, more money to spend on your family. Maybe you want to buy your girlfriend the Gucci earrings that she always wanted. Maybe you can get your son proper education. Maybe you can really make sure that your parents finally live in a nice little countryside house where they can relax, where they can eat healthy food, where they don't have to worry about anything. Your parents deserve it. Your family deserves it. Your kids or your future kids deserve it. You deserve it. Your business deserves it. And if you now go ahead and you take that liquidity, that excess liquidity, that profit, and you diversify your income, sorry to say that, but you're stupid. But since you're still watching this video, you're probably amongst the people who haven't gotten triggered by that. And if you want to do things right, you actually want to double down on your business, triple down on your business and yourself, and you want to scale in a meaningful way, then you can do that. I'm actually going to link you a free training video that kind of brings you through the entire process that we usually apply to our clients when they come to us. So if you want to scale your business, increase your revenue, decrease the amount of time you want to put in, then click that link down in the description below or the link that appears somewhere here right now. Watch that free training to just get a little bit of an overview of what can be done in your case to go from these 10, 20K a month all the way up to, for example, 7 figures a year. So link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I see you over there and I'll talk to you soon.